Flies. You're making polyjuice potion. Just gonna do something real quick. Hogwarts house broom. Night dancer. It'd be cool if these had different, like, I don't know, like this one's faster than this one. Like, these are practically the same. This one has a bell. This one has 2 bells. Don't know what those are yet. Holy moly. All right. Let's do
Hello
this.
again, Imelda. This course is a bit far from the castle, isn't it?
Obviously. Evidently too far for most of our classmates. Pathetic.
Oh yeah.
They should
pathetic
be
indeed.
begging me to keep these trials alive, not running scared. I'm surprised our new 5th year showed up. I suppose I appreciate the effort.
That's actually... thank you.
I know I can be impatient, but I get frustrated by those who don't take things as seriously as I do. And in my experience, that's everyone. Anyway, don't let it go to your head. Right then, enough chatter. I'm confident I've posted a time you won't be able to beat.
We'll soon see how I fare, won't we? I'm ready.
Get ready to lose, Ravenclaw.
I'll never lose to a Slytherin like you.
That wasn't too difficult. Excellent.
Boost.
Brilliant flying, if I do say so myself. Ho! Ho!
Clipped it a little bit.
This is going well.
Well, well, well.
Brilliant.
Minor adjustments. Better than... Ooh, wrong button.
Made it.
Oh, we're going up, up, and away. I missed my bubbles. Missed my bubbles. Just trying not to miss the rings, mostly.
That wasn't too difficult.
You say that now.
Ho! Ho! Ha! Good. I've got this.
Missed 0 rings. I almost missed that one, though.
We should speak with Mr. Bickle's friends. I believe I can sneak away without drawing.
Impressive work today, but don't get too comfortable.
Natty.
I'll be on your heels in no time. My family's not going to believe the news when I tell them. They're almost as competitive as I am. Almost.
Do you get your competitiveness from your family?
You could say that. My grandfather played Quidditch for Puddlemere United. And my father, well, he was a chaser for Slytherin, but had to stop after a curse took his knees out. Said it was the Gryffindor beater. And me, I fell in love with flying the first time I saw the ground disappear beneath my feet. Something about the freedom you feel on a broom. I've not been able to stop since.
I know the feeling with cars.
Will you keep running these courses?
I'll race them myself. Don't want to get rusty. But I won't be dealing with time trials. You're welcome to run them too. Anyway, hope we find time to fly again soon.
I take it you want to play for a team, but which one? And which position?
I'm my father's
Seeker.
girl. A chaser through and through.
Ah.
You'd know that if Black hadn't cancelled Quidditch this year. As for a team, it's the Holyhead Harpies I've always dreamt of. When I'm finished with school, I'll try out. If for some reason I don't get accepted, I don't know what I'll do. Herbology, perhaps? Because if that did happen, you might as well pop me and call me a mandrake. I'd never stop screaming.
I like the good. Get some good jokes in this game.
It's been fun competing against your records, Imelda.
It has been fun. Glad you're here. 5th year. Not bad for a Ravenclaw.
I think I know how and where to approach the centaurs about protecting the Snidgets. Meet me in the Forbidden Forest.
All right. Jay. Definitely Jay. Let's return to him. Because will this be my final upgrade? See the Christmas decorations around.
I don't see one. How's my favourite test flyer?
Sir?
Thanks for stopping by. Hope to see you again.
Hello again, Mr. Weeks. I set a new record at the South Course.
Fantastic! Your broom performed well then?
The best upgrade yet. It flew beautifully, incredibly nimble. But with the speeds it now reaches, I can feel the wind catching beneath the seat a bit, preventing it from reaching its full potential.
Of course!
Drag.
Should have anticipated that. Exactly the kind of report I've come to expect from you. At last, I think I know what needs to be done for my final upgrade.
The final upgrade.
What will you do after the final upgrade is complete?
I aim to make Spintwitches the most sought-after shop in Hogsmeade. And I wouldn't mind getting back on a broom myself, just for the thrill of it. Couldn't be more pleased we made headway with the upgrades, proved the naysayers wrong, made all the hard work worth it.
I shall look forward to speaking again.
I'll be sure to send you an owl when I'm finished. Thank you again for your help. Couldn't have done this without you.
I just noticed the picture broom guy. I wonder if that's him. Oh, that one's all done. All right, Poppy. Hey, Poppy. Is it always in the Forbidden Forest? Also, I need to go check the unicorn den. I need a female in my life. Female unicorn. Maybe a female woman too, but that's besides the point. We shall fly 500 feet.
I can do this. I can do this. They will want to help.
Okay, puppy.
Is this where we're meeting the centaurs?
Well, they don't exactly know we're coming, so it's less of a meeting and more of a surprise, I suppose.
Oh, goody.
Once we tell them about the Snidgets, they'll understand why we came and they'll want to help.
I hope you're right. Perhaps they'll be able to tell that we're sincere. There's something about them that's so knowing. It's almost unnerving.
I suppose they are known for having an air of omniscience.
That's exactly the right word. Never mind.
What is it?
It's nothing, truly. We've no secrets to hide.
That's right. We'll simply be honest with them about what we're trying to do. They'll have to help us, won't they?
Yes, of course. You're absolutely right. We'll meet with them, tell them about the Snidgets, and I'm sure to all be fine.
But
What do you think you're doing here, humans?
Please! We were hoping to speak with you.
Ah! I suppose you'd like a tale for your friends of the time you spoke to a centaur, and it spoke back.
No, never. We're here because we need your help.
Enough! You made a grave error in judgment in coming here, little witch.
Leave them be, Alec. We do not harm the young. It is not our way.
You forget your place, old fool. I'm the leader of this herd, and while you cling to our way, their kind continues to slaughter beasts like us without a care!
From what I can see, they have slaughtered no one. They will leave here unharmed.
Mark my words, Doran. If I ever see them again, it will be all 3 of your heads.
they have like a purplish tint in their eyes.
Foolish children. Do you know what happens to wizards who wander here? Now, follow me before
Golden Snidgets are still alive, and the poachers are after them. They know that the key to finding them lies in the moonlight, but they don't know what that means, yet. Please, help us find the Snidgets before the poachers do.
Could it be?
How could this be?
In the south, there is a cave within which lies what the poachers seek. A moonstone. Retrieve it and place it in the henge in the forest. I, on the other hand, must go speak with the herd. Find me after you have done this.
Moonstone in a cave. Probably has spiders.
I don't understand. So the moonlight mentioned in the journal doesn't refer to actual moonlight, but to a moonstone. What do moonstones have to do with Snidgets? And why was he so certain about where we could find one?
Isn't Moonstone all around us? Why retrieve one from a cave?
Knowing centaurs, I suspect he's referring to a specific moonstone. We'll likely know it when we see it.
I don't know, but I am inclined to believe him, what with his being a centaur and all.
I am too. It is a shame how quickly he left. What was his name? Doran.
That's what the leader of the herd called him.
Well, if Doran knows something we don't, I'd rather act now and ask questions later. I can head to the library and start looking into the cave he mentioned. I'll let you know what I find.
Hello.
Knowing a meat, he's likely studied here.
Huh. Too easy, Draco. Thestrals. Looks like Thestrals. That's griffins. I don't need griffins. Hippogriffs. I want my damn unicorn female so I can breed them. Just like Deke wants me to do. He wants me to breed.
Revelio.
It's a female. No, it's a male. God, son of a...
Levioso. Arresto momentum. Glacius. No need to be difficult. I mean you no harm. Settle yourself. I mean you no harm.
Oh, just a regular owl. Always a male, though. Always a male. Natty, what are you doing? I'm close enough. I could fly. I can fly wherever I like.
Are you ready to put an end to Harlow?
Girl, I've been waiting on you.
I'm ready to do what's needed to take Harlow down. I know you have a plan.
We must gather information from the friends of Mr. Bickle that Archie and Mrs. Bickle mentioned. Agabus Filbert, Otto Dibble, and Mr. and Mrs. Rabe.
All right.
I suggest that you speak with each of them while I head to the Hogshead. I saw some Ashwinders heading there. And as my mother would never go near the Hogshead, she is less likely to learn of my activities than if I were to wander the village questioning its residents.
Where am I to find these friends of his?
I do not know about Mr. Rabe, but his wife, Daisy, is often in Hogsmeade, as is Agabus Filbert. And Otto Dibble, he works at Gladrags, so you will likely find him there.
What sort of information am I trying to gather from these people?
They may know what evidence Mr. Bickle had against Harlow, or they may have evidence of their own. We simply need to know whatever they know.
Very well. I'll speak with them, see what I can learn.
I knew I could rely on you. We need to know how they are being blackmailed by Rookwood and Harlow. Meet me here after you have spoken with them.
I'm truly awed by what we've accomplished, The final broom upgrade is better than even I expected. Stop by Spintwitches when you can.
Oh, I'm getting that right now. Getting that right now.
What are we looking for today? What are we looking for today?
Okay. Oh, you can buy more than one. Well, that's dumb. I thought it was just like, hey, it's a different style of U broom, but no, I got two. Waste of 600 gold.
My father was when I wandered the ready. And you.
I just heard a... Instead of a spinning sign, it's a mage spinning a sign. You game. Clever.
Agabus Filbert must be around here somewhere.
Hello there.
Excuse me, Mr. Filbert. I wondered if I might speak with you about your dealings with Theophilus Harlow. I hope to ease Mrs. Bickle's mind by gathering evidence against him.
Oh, tragic what happened to Bickle. He wanted me to speak out against Harlow for an act of violence committed against me. But I feared Harlow's retaliation, and so I refused.
If you had spoken out against him as Mr. Bickle asked, perhaps Harlow would be locked away by now.
Perhaps. But perhaps I would have suffered a similar fate.
You said that Harlow committed an act of violence against you. Could you tell me what happened?
Before my extraordinary wife, Dulcibella, passed away, she had just completed a small book of poetry. As a surprise for her birthday, one she never had the chance to celebrate, I had the book beautifully bound and plated in gold. One day, Harlow came calling to punish me for having spoken out against the Neanderthals that comprise Rookwood's lot. Before I knew it, I'd been petrified, and Harlow was rifling through my home. He found the book of poetry, with its exquisite gold plating. I watched helplessly, lying there in my entranceway as he walked away with the book, laughing as he went. I was shaken to my core. Still am, to be honest.
I imagine you fear Harlow retaliating again, but do you mind if I share this information with Officer Singer?
I suppose I have no choice. This extortion can't go on forever. You can pass it on to anyone who may be willing to help. Harlow does not like people talking, as you already know.
Now, to find Mr. Bickle's other two friends.
Oh.
Mrs. Rabe should be nearby.
Oh, Isco, what have I done?
Mrs. Rabe, I wondered if I might speak with you about Theophilus Harlow. I'm a friend of the Bickles and I'm trying to gather evidence against him.
Poor Joanna and little Archie. And now Harlow has taken my darling Isco.
What do you mean? Why?
I'm a security guard at Gringotts, and my husband is a curse breaker for them. Harlow approached me about helping him extort my colleagues into giving him treasures from the vaults.
And you declined?
Of course I declined. Repeatedly. I thought they'd given up. until I came home one night and found my husband gone and a note affixed to my door with a knife. The note stated that I only had a few days to reconsider helping with some banking needs and that my husband would appreciate it if I acted quickly. But the help Harlow wants is help that I cannot give, and my dearest Isco is paying the price.
Are you sure the note means that your husband was kidnapped?
What else could it possibly mean? Besides, I came home to find that someone had trampled the daisies in our garden. It may sound silly, but those were Isco's pride and joy. He would never have let that happen.
Have you helped Harlow since your husband was taken?
No, I'm worried sick about Isco, but he'd never want me to compromise my integrity. I also know that he's extremely clever. That said, I was hoping he would have escaped by now. It makes me concerned as to why he hasn't.
Why wouldn't Harlow extort your husband?
Isco's job is even more removed from the vaults than mine. He travels the world for the bank. He could do nothing for Harlow. I'm the one in the bank on a daily basis, which evidently makes me an enticing target for blackmail.
Thank you, Mrs. Rabe. Knowing the lengths that Harlow will go to is helpful, albeit more than disturbing.
Mr. Bickle was trying to help us, but now he's gone. I don't know what to do.
I shall do all I can to get evidence against Harlow, Mrs. Rabe.
Very well. Here's the note I received. You must be careful as well. Please don't put yourself in danger.
Too late. Mrs. Ray, we do hope you will consider helping us with our banking needs. We've given you ample time to reach a decision on your own, but we are beginning to lose our patience. We know your husband would appreciate if you were to see value in working together. Shall we expect a response by week's end? Best to keep this between us if you understand our meaning.
Some evidence worth hanging on to.
Thank you. I hope it's not too late.
We're on the right track. Now to find the last of Mr. Bickle's friends.
It's not too late. It's never too late. Otto Dibble. Never liked the name Otto. Sounds a lot like the word Otto.
Otto Dibble works at Gladrags. I should check there.
Please tell me you didn't take it, but perhaps it's been here all along.
Revelio!
There's nothing here.
Mr. Dibble, may I speak with you? It's about Theophilus Harlow.
I've nothing to say about him. May I interest you in a stunning cravat today?
Please, sir, I'd like to help. I spoke to Mrs. Bickle.
You know the Bickles? All right, but we must be discreet. Can't have Mr. Hill hearing this.
I know Mr. Hill. He was kind to me the day of the troll attack.
Oh, he's a good man, but even he wouldn't understand about Harlow. It started a few weeks ago. I was distracted, reading a note, when you-know-who came into the shop.
Voldemort!
I hid the note behind the counter and offered to help him. He stared at me for a moment, then asked me to check on an order he'd placed. I went into the storeroom to check on what turned out to be a non-existent order. When I returned, he was holding the note.
What was in the note?
It was a note from Rosie Hill, Mr. Hill's daughter. You see, we've been, secretly engaged these past 6 months. We haven't told Mr. Hill yet. I dare say he has higher hopes for her. Harlow advised me in no uncertain terms that my relationship with Rosie, not to mention my employment here, depended upon my cooperation.
What does he ask you to do?
It all happened so quickly. In an instant, he took a very expensive scarf from the counter, pocketed it, and smiled. He said, "Your secret is safe as long as I can supply my lady friend with delightful items like this every so often." I've been able to cover for his requests until now with some creative bookkeeping, but I can't keep it up for much longer. I'm terrified to say anything. I could never live without Rosie.
I met Mr. Hill the day of the troll attack. He was kind to me. Why don't you just tell him?
He's a lovely man, But when it comes to Rosie, I fear he loses all perspective. He'd see this as a grave betrayal. I'd lose my job instantly, and Rosie as well.
What have you been doing to keep the extortion a secret?
Well, as I mentioned, creative bookkeeping. And I've also been trying to cover the costs with my own savings, but I'm running out of money. Of course, none of this bodes well for my efforts to improve my circumstances and be worthy of Rosie.
Could you give me a bit more detail about the note? That might help me to identify it should I come across it.
It's on Rosie's special pink stationery. It has her monogram at the top, RH. That's how Mr. Hill would know it was real.
Thank you for telling me. I'm gathering evidence to take Harlow down.
I would love nothing more than to see him rotting in Azkaban, but be careful. He's an awful man and incredibly dangerous. As for Rosie's letter, should you happen upon it, I have committed it to memory. You may destroy it immediately.
Understood.
Now hurry off before Mr. Hill returns. Where was I?
I've spoken with Mr. Bickle's friends. Now to find Natty.
Plenty for your perusal today. Take your time.
I do need some new gloves. The heck was that?
Revelio.
Good, honest work, but I shall leave it to the muggles.
Weird. Should speak to Natty. Running down the mountain. Running down the mountain. Why is something... It's like I'm using Leviosa, or Wingardium Leviosa.
Revelio.
What is going on?
It's not like Natty to be late. She said she was going to the Hog's Head. Perhaps I'll find her there.
Is it y'all? That man just has an aura of fucking magic. Dinner.
Natty must be around here somewhere.
Nice jump.
Natty's wand. She can cast without it. She wanted me to find this. She's in trouble. Revelio will show me where she was taken.
Nosy little students get what's coming to them.
Revelio.
Natty must have been taken this way. I need to find her quickly.
I'm doing it, okay? Or
The
Mrs.
footprints led to this room. There must be another way forward. Accio. A hidden door.
See, that's what I was hearing. So weird.
Natty must have been taken this way. I need to find her quickly. Revelio.
Oh, I'm supposed to have the book of poems. Is that all in here?
When we're done here, I'm going straight to the Hog's Head. Or perhaps I'll just...
Find Agabus Filber's.
What are we even doing here? We ought to be at the Hog's Head.
I'd better be sure I'm not seen. Revelio.
I don't want to work with you.
It's not gonna work. Keep in mind, using that girl as bait, Agnes coming for her. You'll just kill her.
Alive.
Only a Hogwarts student would be arrogant enough to come in here alone.
Just keep an eye out.
Lower Hogsfield needs some stock.
I ain't allowed back in glad rags on account of my light fingers.
Revelio.
They don't seem to care for me in Hogsmeade. Can't say I blame them, what with all I've done there. I don't trust Ranrock, I'll tell you that.
Always depressing when people talk about their parents, though, isn't it? It is. Maudlin. That's what it is. And I'll tell you why. Because I'm already dead. What? I'm just making conversation.
How did I get mixed up in this? Doing...
Call out for me all you want. I shall...
Was it Upper or Lower Hogsfield that we raided last week?
Revelio.
It's exhausting. Standing here all day, waiting to do Rookwood's work for him. He can fight his own battles. I may go to Hogsmeade later. There are some trouble. They should be reminded that we're still running.
Show yourself.
Say what you will about Feldcroft, but the estate is spacious.
Let's finish...
Revelio.
The fog blighted us a bit, I'll agree. Nonetheless, we have good spoils for our efforts.
I hope Rookwood knows what he's doing.
If people don't want me to steal their valuables, they better get a really good lot.
Petrificus totalis. Bombarda. Protego.
Reducto.
Stupefy. Accio. Bombarda. Defender. Twinfinger. Protego. Stupefy. Twinfinger. Defender. Stupefy. Accio. Bombarda. Defender. Revelio.
Anywho, I tried to do that as best as I could. Without getting seen, that is. You are as dear to me as augury, whose voice foretells the coming rain. You are as lovely as the croup could be, whose loyalty is true and plain. You have cast a spell over my heart. I want it not undone. You have charmed me from very start. You have always been the one to spell Filbert.
The book of poems that was taken from Agabus Filbert. He'll be thrilled to have this back. Revelio.
Nice.
Confring. Accio. Wingardium Leviosa.
Could you, like, get out of the way? Jesus. Something in here I want. 39 gold.
Revelio.
That was not worth. 3 more upstairs. I'm just a little sneaker.
We should speak to her again. Perhaps she'll tell us where we can find that friend of hers.
She's determined to say nothing. The boss will deal with her when he arrives. I don't waste time seeing if they're dead. Their fate's not on my hands.
Patricus Totalis. Bombarda. Protego.
Thought you had me there. Rookwoods don't go down easy. Expulso! Stupid.
Accio. Bombarda. Fringo. Defendo.
Pay for your deeds.
Stupid. Accio. Confringo. Revelio.
Big chest. There's Natty. Wait to get her for a second, 'cause I want the rest of this loot. My darling Otto, I've read your last letter over and over, and I am certain to read it again each hour until we're able to meet. I dread the notion that I will not see you soon, but I am not without hope. I long for the day that our engagement can be shared with those whom we love, especially my dear father. Do not wonder at your wanting to wait until you are more settled, my love, and I know that you are doing all you can to ensure such a situation is within your grasp. Please allow me to say that these past months of being unable to share publicly the feelings which exalt me to the utmost pinnacle of happiness have been an existential challenge indeed. And now I am off to read your letter once more. Yours affectionately, Rosie.
Otto Dibble's love letter from Rosie. He wanted me to destroy this if I found it. Revelio.
There is no other